Retro.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Super Retro, a nostalgic podcast about retro gaming, TV and film, pop culture, music, anything dope from the 80s, 90s, and early 2000s. I'm your host, Tuck. That's your host, Will. Thank y'all for being with us, hitting y'all again on another Monday.
You're going to have to quit saying that now.
Why? No, I'm not saying...
It's normal now.
Is it? Because we're pushing it right now.
Like when you're like, it's the fifth one in a row. I'm like, you're going to have to stop.
All right. Look, listen. I'm going to tell you right now, we're going to fuck up, Will.
I know.
You're always like, we can't fuck up. Well, I'm telling you right now, we're going to fuck up.
Yeah, but we got to keep going.
We ain't going to hit every Monday, but right now we're hitting every Monday, goddamn it.
We got to go as much as we can.
Yeah, we're going
I think
hard.
they love the fact that it's consistently there.
I know that I love listening to my podcast that I like to listen to. I look for them on the day they drop. I know when they drop.
Nothing's like when I go to work, fucking 5 in the morning.
Yeah.
Nothing. I look at my podcast in the morning on the way to work to see what's new, and nothing pisses me off more when I see nothing. Like where I see like Friday is the last one.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah. Like, y'all gonna do me like this?
I'm like, where are you? Like,
I get
are you on
that.
vacation?
Yeah, I get that because I'm a big crime podcast guy. So if I don't have my new crime podcast to listen to, I get pissed. I really do. I'm like,
my podcasts are so weird. People would think I'm a weirdo.
You all over the place with it?
Yeah, it's weird. Like, I'll look up a fucking history podcast on,
that's all right.
on pirates.
A lot of history buffs out there.
Yeah, it's weird.
I like listen to, what do I listen to? Mysteries at the Museum. I listen to some weird shit too.
Yeah, like cowboy stories. Like I'm all over, bro.
Yeah, me too, man. But man, hey, let's start with some opening notes. What we do definitely want to highlight is our YouTube page finally being monetized. You can subscribe. You can be you can get a membership to our YouTube channel.
Yeah, because it ain't a lot of people said I've subscribed.
I know.
I'm like, no, it's a paid
membership.
Yeah, membership.
We have memberships available. And it allows you to watch the podcast or listen to the podcast a day early. This past week, though, you got it fucking 2 days early because I have just been like out of it and didn't even realize that it was Saturday morning. I thought it was Sunday morning.
I thought he was on point.
Yeah, no, I thought I was pushing it to the last minute to get it. I was literally up that morning editing and I uploaded it, and then people were like, damn, 2 days early? I'm like, oh, shit. But yeah, that might happen. But you'll definitely get it 1 day early on Sunday morning.
And you get a bunch of goodies and stuff we're packing up for you.
Right now, there's still a few spots left. So if you hear this, there's still a few spots left. If you become one of our first paid membership subscribers
On
YouTube, we will send you out a package. We're calling it a Christmas package, but whatever. A Christmas, New Year's Eve holiday package with a lot of stuff that we have been sent in mailbags. We're going to put some of our T-shirts in there. None of the packages are going to be the same. I'm not saying everybody's going to get a T-shirt. Some of you will. It'll be like a goodie bag.
Yeah.
Just
and
for
a lot of the
subscribing.
extra collection we have going.
Dope-ass stickers people have sent us.
We got a lot of extra games. We got a lot of extra, all kinds of stuff.
Oh, yeah, like personal pieces from our collection.
Nintendo Powers. We got so much extra stuff that we thought about like selling, like you know what I mean, doing like a what is it called, a whatnot? Yeah. But then we were like, who cares?
Let's just give it to our.
I don't want to sell.
Let's give it to our members.
Yeah, I hate selling shit.
Me too. It's not even worth it.
No.
So yeah, there's that, y'all. For real, man. We appreciate that. Anybody that's doing that. We have a Super Tecmo Bowl tournament that we have to narrow down, Will, and get this thing scheduled, which we will. We will.
We're always really good at doing it in last second.
Yeah, so we gotta get on that.
We're in the fourth quarter kind of guy.
For sure.
Yeah, but if you're here locally around our area,
which is Louisville, Kentucky.
Yeah, we'll be doing like retro tournament style, awesome at this place called Rec Bar, and it's literally the funnest time.
Yeah, last year was amazing. It was our first tournament that we did, and it was a great turnout. I suspect that this one will be bigger.
We do it the week before the Super Bowl every year, so just plan on that.
The Sunday before the Super Bowl. Yeah. So we'll hit y'all with some details. Be looking for that soon on our social feeds.
Tecmo Super Bowl. It's hard
Super
to...
Tecmo Bowl.
Everyone says that.
I still can't get it right.
I think Super Tecmo Bowl should just be the way.
Yeah, but it's Tecmo Super Bowl.
Yeah.
whatever. But anyway, and then look, I thought this would be cool to talk about some of our reels and shorts that we posted online through the week. Yeah. In the reaction, some of it got.
It's cool, like when we put a reel out and then to see the life it has on the social medias.
Right.
Because we do the podcast and it's like people listen.
Yeah.
And then we cut this stuff up and put it out to the world.
Right.
And it's cool to see what hits, what doesn't.
Yeah.
Like people, craziest people in the world have hit our podcast up.
Yeah.
Like that's something I never in my life expected.
Me either. And we posted a Panama City spring break clip, and none other than Bert Kreischer himself.
The fucking machine.
Of course, he comments on it. I know.
And then as soon as I saw that he commented, I was like, I said no Florida people. I should have said no Florida people but Bert Kreischer.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah, because he was there.
Yeah, you guarantee it.
Yeah.
Can you imagine Bert down there at spring break off, in the 90s?
Shirt off, hammered.
He commented, he just said, fuck yeah.
I know it.
Which is great. I mean, it's perfect.
That's perfect, Bert.
So, well, yeah, I thought it'd be cool to talk about some of the interaction we've had and like the people that were sharing stories on that spring break video.
That's wild.
That was one of those bits that I was thinking, maybe people will enjoy this. I don't know. Man, wow.
What's funny is like we usually try to keep up with the comments. And like on that one, it was like they had it themselves. Like we didn't need, they were gone.
That's right.
They didn't need us to comment or chime in.
It
was a fucking paragraphs upon paragraphs of them talking to each other.
And I do want to say, I'm glad you just said something about comments. Have you seen how many emails have been coming in?
Yeah, a lot.
Dude.
I had to go back through all of them to email everybody.
Did you?
Yeah.
Because
it's getting out of hand.
I feel bad. We're getting so many messages everywhere that we have been able to keep up with it, but I feel like we're slipping. Like it's starting to get too many.
I felt bad because I went back and had to reply to everybody's email.
Yeah. So
it's a lot. We'll get them.
If you message us and we don't reply, I'm sorry, because I never thought this would be anything we would even have to consider. There's just so many coming in. Sometimes, like on Instagram, tons of people. Like one day there'll be 30 messages of people talking about the podcast.
Because someone will email us on our personal site, then they'll email on or to message us on TikTok. They'll message us on Instagram. Then like the YouTubes.
Yeah. So don't take it personal if we don't respond. Trust me, we read everything.
Keep hitting us too. We don't care. No, we'll never get mad that you sent 10 emails.
My problem is I don't want to check them because then when I do check it, it needs a real response.
Yeah.
I'll read it and I'll be like, fuck, I don't have time to respond.
Yeah,
to
I do that at work where
appropriately.
I'm like, I can't email them back right now.
Yeah, like this person just said this. They deserve a real response. Yeah. And then
we need to get into a habit of not looking at them.
I'll be like, I'll come back to it later.
You know what I mean? So
and then I don't come back to it.
So they don't look red.
It gets lost. So I'm
sorry.
I mean?
So we need to not read them.
Yeah.
But
anyway.
Whatever, dude.
So don't take it personal. And Will taught me something I didn't know about Bert Kreischer. He was the inspiration for Van Wilder.
Like he was legendary before he got famous in the real world.
He was so legendary he became famous.
Yeah. Like he was so badass in college that like they were like, we got to write a movie about this dude. Like a script about this guy's experience in college.
Right.
Yeah.
And when you said it, I was like, bullshit. Googled it.
I said, look it up.
Yeah.
It's like he's Van Wilder.
He literally is Van Wilder. And I've seen the movie and everything.
Yeah, he spent so long partying in college that they were like, this is a movie.
That's wild,
dude. And the machine story and like all that. And then he started getting on Travel Channel stuff. And then now he's just an awesome stand-up comedian and takes his shirt off.
And not only that, he's a successful stand-up comedian.
Oh, yeah, he's killing it.
He's one of the top.
Bert is fucking killing it.
As far as money.
Yeah, he's everywhere.
Shout out to Bert Kreischer.
The fucking machine.
The original, or the Van Wilder.
Yeah.
And then people loved our Revenge of the Nerds video.
So funny.
And, I at the time, so look, I watched that scene that we posted.
So good, bro.
And it just made me laugh. And, I didn't realize that it in Revenge of the Nerds, it's a tame scene in comparison.
It's not even, a lot of people didn't even know why we posted it.
I know, but I think some people missed it. But there was tons of people that understood.
The reason was that music was so like stereotype.
Yeah, it was stereotypical to put behind him racing. But the other scenes we really couldn't even talk about.
No.
The Darth Vader.
A lot of people said that the ending scenes with the Darth Vader suit.
You can't talk about that.
What do you think, we're going to put it up real? Like, you know how fast they flag that?
And we'd probably get our damn channel canceled.
Yeah, we can't. That movie is wild.
And we posted Will opening his Nintendo on Christmas Day on Christmas.
Nintendo.
So that was pretty cool. DC, our boy Daniel Cormier.
Man, this is one of those things that happens to me and Tuck, and we're just like, holy shit.
Like, how did this happen?
Because we followed Daniel Cormier's whole MMA career.
Yeah, if you didn't know, we're big MMA fans.
We have fight nights over here where we just sit in our basement and watch UFC.
Yep.
Try to stay up because we're so old.
Yep.
But and then Daniel Cormier has been with us as a fan, watching him and do his commentating, his fighting, and now he's commenting on our podcast. It's so weird to me.
Yeah, and then we wished him happy or Merry Christmas, and he responded back and called us his guys.
My guys.
So it might not mean shit to you.
It means shit to us.
It means something to us. We're Daniel Cormier's guys.
Hey, bro, we love you.
And we're very close to hitting 100,000 followers on Instagram. We're at 97.8 or something.
Yeah, it was one of our goals to hit 100.
We wanted to hit 100 by the end of this year, and I guess
close.
we're going to do it probably in the first couple days of January. So I'll take that.
Yeah,
that counts.
Me too.
So thank you guys for all of that support and following us. And TikTok's not too far behind either. No, it's about to hit 90.
TikTok's been catching.
Yep. All right, let's get into some shout outs, y'all. This one is anonymous, and this is one of those ones we talk about. We can't believe this podcast is impacting people the way it is. Listen to this shit. He says, "Hey boys, I hope this message finds you well. I just want you to know that your podcast has gotten me through some pretty hard times. I've listened since the Goonies episode, which was number 2, by the way, when I stumbled upon you guys last year, and I have been a loyal follower ever since." So he's seen the whole growth with us. Yeah. That's awesome. "I'm sure you hear this all of the time, but your show really means something to me. I'm currently on life support and waiting for a heart transplant, so my life can be stressful and hella scary sometimes. Your podcast unlocks memories I haven't thought about in years sometimes, and is much needed escape from the daily struggle. I know I don't know you guys, but when I listen, I legit feel like I do. I am in the basement with my boys smoking and joking. What you guys do brings me real joy, and I just wanted to let you know how grateful I am because it really helps. Keep doing what you are doing. You help people more than you realize. Thank you. Man. Keep it retro."
Makes me want to cry.
Unbelievable, y'all. Here we are just going about our daily lives, and this man is waiting for a heart transplant. No telling what he's actually going through, every day. And he's taking the time to email us and tell us what our podcast means to him. I'm at a loss for words.
Yeah, man, that's we are doing this for just to give you some kind of little happiness in life if we can.
Dude, we are pulling for you.
Yep.
Please keep us updated for sure. I'd like to know, when you get the heart transplant, how you're feeling after it. But man,
we'll keep them coming for you, bro.
Definitely. Don't worry about it. We are committed to doing this because, man.
And we feel like that too, though, with all these people and all, this community we talk about all the time. It really means something to us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The people that religiously listen and watch. That's why we do this every time we can.
And this podcast now is bigger than just me and you having fun. There's people counting on it.
I love it.
To help them. So, hey, man, look, we are committed. Let's fucking go. All right, next shout out. I want to send a quick shout out to my guy, Chris Stubbs. He just recently started listening. I appreciate you, dog. You're my boy. And keep on listening, man. Here's your shout out, Chris. I told you I'd give you one. All right, next. This one comes from Cody Dodd. What's up, guys? I just wanted to take a minute to wish you all Merry Christmas. This podcast has brought back so many memories of my childhood. I look forward to each episode. I love you guys. Never stop hitting us with the best nostalgia possible, and continue to build that collection for all of us to see and enjoy. Keep it retro, Tuck and Will. You guys are awesome, man. Thank you, Cody.
Thanks, Cody.
That's awesome.
And we need to get back on the collecting and show some more stuff.
We got a couple things I'm about to hit them with on our retro hauls, but yeah, look, I went into the store the other day and sent Will a picture of an NES game that was like $85, and I just couldn't pull the trigger, y'all.
It seems like a common theme for us. We can't pull the trigger on the big stuff.
We have to. I have to start doing it for the betterment of the show.
Yeah, for sure.
And the collection. I have no problem buying $20 and $30 games, but that $85, I was like, damn. And I don't know when we'd see that game again. It was like Little Ninjas or something.
Yeah, stuff you see out in the wild that is like it surprises you. Yeah. Those are the ones you should buy.
You got to get it. Yeah. Even though if you're like $85 for
because you got to think about it, like those things don't come around. Like, you have to buy it on eBay.
Like when's exactly.
It's the only time.
I'm going back and getting that motherfucker. Yeah. 3 Little Ninjas or something, I think is what it's called.
Thanks for the shout out, Cody.
All right, last shout out. This one actually came on our Spotify feed because you can comment on the Spotify videos. I don't know the name, but they're
WRV33.
WRV33. That's what their name is on here. They say, you guys are amazing. This is my first time listening, and you guys had me cracking up. Can't wait to listen to all the other episodes. Man. And here's the part here. A new fan from Kuwait.
That's fire, bro.
Insane. Super Retro Worldwide, y'all. We're over in Kuwait.
I've seen a bunch of emails and stuff from people from not America.
Oh, me too. Netherlands, and Norway,
it's weird.
And shit.
It's cool, bro.
Look.
And what's cool is nostalgia it has no boundaries. There is no boundary for nostalgia.
It's everyone's relating.
Yeah.
Listen, if you're in another country and you send us an email or make a comment, 99.9% I'm reading that bitch on the air because that stuff is amazing.
Crazy.
Keep those coming. All right, y'all, time for a haul update. Not a whole lot, but my mom blew my mind. I went and visited my mom over the weekend for the holidays. And she hands me a couple things. She handed me some Pokemon stuff for my little brother, and some old school stuffed animals that I used to have that I give to my kids. But she handed me something that blew my fucking mind. I sat there and just stared at it like, oh my God. This shit has been in storage, she said, for like 35 years.
Wait, I remember this.
Oh my God. It took me a second. Can you imagine seeing something that you haven't seen or thought about literally, not just like, oh, you know, in the back of your mind, you know it exists. I forgot this shit existed. I forgot I had it, and I saw it, and like, I hate to sound cliche, but like the movies, everything just come rushing back to when I was a kid holding it.
Yeah.
This shit right here. She hands me this orange box, and I'm like,
the hell is that?
I'm like, oh my God, I remember this orange box. What is this orange box? I'm like, unbelievable that I haven't held this since I was like, 8 years old or something. And I'm like, what the fuck? Because it came out in 87. This came out in 1987. Look at this shit, Hold that, Will. Hold one of those. And you put it here. Hold that. Spinges, y'all. Do y'all remember spinges? I'll show you how to do it. So you got this little deal here. You put it in like that, and you spin it. And then these are actually, the springs are broken in these, so they don't work anymore. And this is the arena, and you pop them down into the arena, and they fight. It's like, it's like before those. What are those called?
Our son's toys.
What are those called? Beyblades.
Yeah, it's like Beyblades.
These are like Beyblades before Beyblades.
Holy shit. That's so wild to me.
Little fighters. I got to put that. Hold it up there, Will. Hold it just like as close as you can. So, yeah, my mom hands me the shit, spinges, y'all. And they fight each other, and whoever ends up.
That is hilarious.
Whoever stops first is the loser, and then you got your guy just spinning. Man.
They're like little tops.
And they're so cool. They're so, like, the quality of them.
Yeah.
These are like lead. They probably are lead. But 1987. So shout out to Mom for the haul update. This is now part of the collection.
How does that make it?
Like, I know how this is a toy that would easily go in the trash. Back in the day when your mom's doing the clean out, like my wife does to my kids all the time. And
there's no way that makes it, bro.
So, man, spinges. Who remembers spinges, y'all? Man. All right, y'all. Time for another mailbag. This one comes from a Scott Condon. All right, he's the director, writer, producer, all that shit.
Dude makes movies, bro.
Of a movie called Max Reload and the Netherblasters. And he sent us a package full of shit. So we're about to dig right into this thing. Yep. And I just watched this movie, Will.
Yep, I watched it.
This movie right here is...
It's fun, bro.
You know how much I've wanted to make movies. You know this about me.
Yeah, we've got a long history where we dabbled.
I've written a bunch of movies that always just end up... I've started a bunch of scripts,
and because we dabbled in videos or like for music. So it was like... close to our heart.
Yeah. I love horror films, and I love shit like this. This movie right here, if I were, you know, it's one of those movies you watch and you're almost a tad bit jealous that you didn't come up with it.
That's what I told you when I watched it. I said, it's like a movie we would want to make.
Dude.
Like, we would be so proud if we made this.
My favorite part of this movie, the supporting animation. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's 8-bit animation through it. Then there's some other animation that supports it to help tell the story. I love that shit. And you guys did a fantastic job with this, you know. My wife walked up and was looking. She started watching it because I tried to watch it the other day. And she was like, no. Because we were with the kids. We were watching some other shit. She wasn't in the mood for some movie she had never heard of.
No, I liked it, bro.
And I had it playing earlier, and she stopped and starts watching it. I'm just looking over at her like, Yeah. You want to watch it the other day, though, huh?
It's got great little like nuggets of like nostalgia. Like, it's just like our podcast.
Sprinkled all through it, and it makes me want to work at a game store.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, I wouldn't be able to pay my bills.
Yeah.
But it really makes me want to go back in time and work at a retro game store because that's where a lot of the movie takes place. And what's funny is I go into these game stores all the time, and they nailed it with the environment.
They did. The sets, like all the set pieces, everything around, they knew what they were doing. Dude. They killed it.
Awesome movie. And
look at the people in it, bro. Like, it's crazy.
Dude, when I saw Kevin Smith, I was like, dang.
The OG. Kevin Smith.
Like, Kevin Smith is on board? God damn, this is and him playing the VR the whole time.
Hilarious.
My man was just stuck on the VR.
Yeah. It's like such a funny role for him.
I know.
Yeah.
But hey, Kevin Smith, come on the podcast. Here's a letter. A quick overview on the movie. We produced this indie film about a group of small-town video game store clerks who accidentally unlock an ancient evil from a cursed game cartridge entirely ourselves and pulled out some major hat tricks on a small budget. You know, when you watch it, it doesn't seem small budget.
No, that's what I was trying to tell you. It's so fun. And like when you see like people like Kevin Smith, you know what I mean? And then like Martin Cove, John Kreese from Karate Kid in it. And then you got Hassie Harrison, who's like a Yellowstone actor. Like, you're like, hold on, bro. And then like our boy Greg Grunberg. Like, he's in it. Like, that dude was in Heroes like a long time ago as a star.
Yeah.
Like, you
Star
see
Wars.
Yeah, you see these guys in it, you're like, you're like, hold on, bro. How'd y'all do this?
I know.
Like, how did you pull these favors?
That's what I'm saying, dude. They pulled their resources together
and made a great fun, like, it's a fun movie. Like, this movie isn't like win an Oscar, but it's fun. Like, I would be so proud of this. Dude. And like, if you did this movie, to me, like, you're getting another chance.
If I made this movie, I'd be like, I arrived.
Yeah.
I'm making movies.
Check my record.
Like, what's next type shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And they go on to say, thank you guys for building community and taking time to create rad content for people like us. Keep it up.
Man,
listen,
we feel the same way about you guys.
Listen, man, if you guys need us in a movie, hey,
you guys need two silly podcasters.
Do me a favor. If y'all do another movie, write us in somehow in the background. Look, if you write a horror film, just have me killed.
Let us get killed, please.
Something, or if you do another game one, just have me in the background doing something. I want to be a store clerk.
Yeah.
I'm a store clerk.
Yeah.
All right. That just didn't quite pan out in life, and he's just still. He's in his 40s. He's working at a fucking convenience store, and he doesn't really have much going on, but he's there.
Yeah, it's by Scott Condon and Jeremy Trimp.
Yeah, there's more people involved, so sorry if we didn't mention y'all, but your movie's fucking rad.
Yeah.
Let's dig into this box, Will.
Okay.
What we
it's
got?
mostly a lot of movies, man, like Blu-rays.
How many we got? Let me see. I think we got
a bunch, man.
Oh, look at this. They sent how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 movies. And we are going to actually put these in our YouTube membership purchases and send these out as packages.
This was fire.
What's that?
The Cursed Cartridge. They sent a copy of it.
Oh, my God. Look at this.
This is the ColecoVision Nether Dungeon.
Yeah.
That's the cartridge in the movie that is cursed that unleashes fucking hell upon the movie.
Right.
Like, and this is the cartridge right here. And look, how fire is that?
Yeah, and it said in the letter that they got permission from ColecoVision to use the name.
That's so cool, bro.
What's dope is...
It seems so real.
The whole concept of somebody just getting their hands on like a legendary game that only people know about but have never played.
Yeah.
That's such a cool concept for a movie, and I wish somebody would give us access to something like that in real life.
On.
Hey, if you're out there, listen, if you're out there and you got some shit that the public hasn't seen but they know about, holler at your boys. This is cool, and this is going on our shelf for sure. Right back there. I'll put this bitch up as soon as we're done. Away. So, hey, Scott, man, we appreciate the mailbag. Sorry it took so long to get to it.
Man.
But, man, look at all these.
We appreciate it, dude. Thanks so much.
We're sending these out soon, and we will cherish this because the movie is fucking awesome, and this is part of it.
This is right up our super retro style, man.
So thank you.
We're going to watch your next film. We can't wait.
Watching the next film, and I'm definitely going to throw Max Reload and the Netherblasters on for my kids. Y'all go check that shit out. They took the time to send this dope package to us, so please go support them, y'all. Yep. Max Reload and the Netherblasters.
It's on Prime.
Yeah, it's on Amazon Prime.
Yeah, Any Boy Goes has a Prime membership. Go on there, watch it.
Watched it this morning. It was awesome.
Yep, awesome. Bro, you know that lady, the old grandma, she's making the meatballs? Well, his mom in the movie, Greg Grunberg, his mom is she's the lady from Kingpin that Woody Harrelson fucks things like this. Like he's like, well, I don't know what is it about good sex that makes me have to crap.
Yeah.
And Woody Harrelson's like, that's her, bro. It's fire. The fact that they got any of them people.
I know. All right, y'all. Let's talk about the passing of the legendary Ricky Henderson.
Oh, yeah. It's great that you wore that.
In memory of Ricky Henderson, y'all.
The Ricky.
The greatest bass stealer of all time.
Not even close.
And the greatest third-person talker of all time.
Yeah, he might be the greatest leadoff hitter of all time.
When you were telling me about his stolen bases, how no one will ever catch him.
Nobody even, like, it's not even a thing. Mm-hmm. When people talk about like records, no one, it's not possible to break his records.
1,406 stolen bases.
468 more than second place.
That's insane. God.
Like, that's seasons. You know what I mean? Like, nowadays, people barely get 100.
Right.
So you literally you're not even going to touch 1406, let alone.
Wait, do people get 100?
I mean, I think Ellie gets close. That's it.
That's a huge number of stolen bases.
Now, there was a couple of seasons, I think, where he beat the whole team.
Wow.
Like Ricky's stolen base mark at the end of that season beat teams.
Totals, I guarantee it. Multiple teams together.
I think he had like 146 one year. Some shit like that.
Wow, he had 100 or more stolen bases in 3 seasons. Okay, he had 100 or more stolen bases in 3 seasons. So if he only did it in 3 seasons,
people don't
they ain't doing that shit. And he's the all-time leader in leadoff home runs.
Yeah, and I saw something the other day that a guy was talking about. Like, he has more leadoff walks than like 50% of the guys in the Hall of Fame have walks.
Wow.
Know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
So he led off innings walking more than people walk their entire career.
Right. Oh, that's crazy.
The Hall of Famers.
That's
not
crazy.
Average players.
Damn, they didn't want to throw to him.
No, he's wild. And then like that's what I'm saying though. Like when you walk Ricky Henderson,
you're fucked.
That's a double.
Yep.
Might be a triple.
Might be a triple.
Because he'll steal second and third.
Yeah.
Then anyone hits a ball, it's a run.
It's a run. I wonder where he stands on the all-time runs list. I bet it's high.
I bet it's fucking top.
I bet it's really high.
Yeah.
Hey, Google, who's the all-time runs leader in Major League Baseball?
Might be Barry Bonds.
Ricky Henderson. On the website statistics.com,
wow.
They say Ricky Henderson has scored the most runs in the history of Major League Baseball.
Wow.
So, yeah, Ricky Henderson's #1 in runs.
And that's funny. We felt it and it was true.
Yeah.
Rest in peace to a legendary baseball player, y'all.
Dude, one of the GOATs, man.
Baseball is different for his presence and him being there. He helped mold the game.
He changed baseball, man, and he did it his own way, his own style. He had flair, like, but and also like he was like, there's something in baseball where like he respected the game
for sure.
You know what I mean?
You know what? I bet he never would have wore one of those little fucking slide paddles on his head.
Hell no.
He'd been like, what the fuck is that?
Never wore anything but dope ass batting gloves, like neon green.
He had style, for
Bro,
sure.
He was killing the game.
My guy was killing.
He was awesome. I loved Ricky Henderson, man.
Rest in peace, Ricky.
The stolen base GOAT.
All right, y'all. Who remembers waterbeds from back in the day?
Bro, this is so nostalgic to so many people. Like, they were so weird.
They were weird as hell.
Like everybody remembers that time when you just were wallowing around on a waterbed.
Somebody sit on it and you feel like you're on a boat.
You're like, what are we doing?
Make sounds.
And like at first they were like, this is the future. Sleeping on water.
Shit was weird, honestly. A buddy of mine, I never had one.
My grandpa had one.
How did you get the water out of them?
Bro, did you remember that like up until like 5-6 years ago, my bed in my old house in Germantown was a waterbed frame that I had a mattress in. I swear to God, up until I moved like 4 or 5 years ago.
That's some gutter shit,
bro. I remember breaking it and destroying it when I moved. That was the same fucking waterbed frame, bro.
Seriously though, how did you get the water out of waterbeds,
bro?
I don't even know.
That's so funny to me, bro.
But yeah, I mean, dude, come on.
Hey, man, them frames were strong.
It had to be. He had fucking 900 gallons of water in that bitch.
A swimming pool.
You better not put it on the second floor. My buddy had one on the second floor. He thinks like, man, you had to get a water hose up here.
Like, bro.
But waterbeds are quintessential 80s.
Oh, my God, dude. They thought this was if you had a waterbed back then, you were in the upper echelon of people.
You know what, though? They were comfortable.
No, you were floating.
Yeah, it was a different deal.
You were on a cloud. But you ain't getting up out of that motherfucker.
Nah.
You better roll off.
Shout out to my boy Eric. Had one back in the day.
Bro.
Waterbeds, y'all. Who remembers waterbeds, and who has a waterbed today?
Nobody.
You know there's somebody out there right now.
Rocking it.
Still with the waterbed, holding on.
Patching it up.
Send us pictures of your waterbed.
Dude, do you remember like going in the back of a VHS or a rental place and seeing the old school UFCs?
Man, hell yeah.
And like to me, man, like when I first saw that, it was like I seeing Bloodsport. It was real Bloodsport.
Yeah.
The movie.
They finally did it.
Yeah, because to me, like when I saw Bloodsport, it was like 88, 89. And then when I saw UFC, I was like, holy shit, they're doing it.
Yeah, and with Bloodsport, when you were watching it, you were like, wouldn't this be so fucking cool?
Yeah, because I knew it was fake. Like, I knew it was a movie based on shit that supposedly happened, but I didn't know that. But then when I watched it, I was just like, this is a cool movie. Yeah. And then when I saw Bloodsport, or when I saw UFC in a fucking rental store,
you're like,
I was like, they did it.
Yes.
It's real.
They must have watched Bloodsport.
Like, and they're going to die. Someone's going to die.
Right.
Like, to me, it was like watching like a martial art that didn't exist. Mm-hmm. Know what I mean?
Yeah.
And there was no weight. Like, I saw a little guy fight a 400-pound guy.
And me and my friends, we used to mimic Bloodsport.
Oh, dude, we were watching UFC in the living room fucking wrestling each other. We were watching UFC when UFC came out. We were there trying to get each other in fucking Hoist Gracie holds.
Yeah, what I'm saying is after Bloodsport, my friends and I literally would have, play tournaments of us wrestling and fighting.
You're trying to do some Jean-Claude Van Damme shit.
I remember me and my homie, we were the Monkey Warriors, y'all. You know what I'm saying? And then when that shit dropped for real in real life and you're standing in the video store and it's right there.
Yeah, because you knew it was in a section, if you don't know, like of the rental place, like Blockbuster, and maybe it's like a home and video place.
Yeah, it was more of a home.
But it wasn't in the regular new release section. It was in a section behind like beads where you had to go back there and be like, this shit is like Faces of Death, fucking UFC, and like you're like, what?
Yep.
So you knew it was real.
Oh, for sure.
When you saw that videotape, you were like, this shit is real.
They had it in the adult section away from kids, but somehow we always had access.
Yeah, I don't think they cared.
I was watching it as soon as it dropped.
Yeah.
Watched
what was it, 93?
Something like that, yeah. First UFC was 1993.
And like, you got to think, I don't even know when the VHS came out, but like, it was so weird to us to watch people doing Mortal Kombat.
It was the coolest shit ever.
You thought somebody might die.
Yeah, it was absolutely the coolest thing ever as like a preteen sitting there with your boys watching these actual real people basically beat each other to almost death.
Yeah, and what's crazy now is like what we said earlier, like we still watch every UFC.
Yeah.
And to think of the beginnings of it.
It had to stem from that.
Yeah, yeah.
It had to stem from us watching it back in the day when it first started, which is why we are like OG fans still. And I guarantee there's a lot of people our age that have that same experience, and that's why they watch UFC. But man, it was different.
But what's cool is they won.
Yeah,
like UFC won. They proved that this is the way you should watch fighting.
Right.
It dominated every other fighting in the world.
I'm not gonna lie though, I as much of a fan of MMA as I am today, watching that that is a unmatched experience because there were no rules.
No.
There were no weight classes.
But it was bad for the fighter too.
Oh yeah,
You know what I
like
mean?
the fighters, and they were fighting multiple times in a day,
Yeah, one time a day,
which is insane.
yeah.
Like they, now they
You got fight at 8:30.
They go months and months and
Yeah,
months
training for one bout.
for one fight.
Yeah,
And then if they get hurt too much, they get a 6-month suspension.
yeah.
On there, they were fucked up hurt.
Yeah, good
They had
luck.
to fight the next day.
You're fighting.
Like, oh, sorry. I thought it was the same day.
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah, like
I think some fighters
you
fought
fight
in
at
the-
8 in the morning. Well, hey, at fucking 1 p.m., you're
Yeah.
fighting again.
I'm pretty sure you had to fight twice in one day back then.
Which is insane.
Yeah,
Because they were, like I said,
Fuck
no
that,
weight
dude.
classes. They were fucking each other.
and it was different. And back then, you got to see what style worked.
Mm-hmm.
Motherfucker,
Oh, yeah.
you think it's karate guy that you see down at the gym that
Yep.
talks shit to everybody?
Yep.
Gonna beat this guy over here doing
Yep.
jujitsu?
Yep.
Watch.
Well, that's when Hoist Gracie
Yep.
showed up in a big fucking way. Small guy.
Wearing a
like,
gi.
Yeah. Very unassuming, and he was fucking people.
He was
up.
like, "Watch, I don't even need to fight you."
No, I'm not even going to punch you.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold the shit
I'm
out
just
of
going
you.
to break your goddamn knee or
Yeah,
something.
your arm is snapped.
Yeah, I'm going to choke you out or something.
Yeah, but UFC was like blood sport to us back in the day.
Yeah, man. The real life blood sport. I want to talk about Clayfighter Sculptor's Cut, the Blockbuster exclusive rental. If you don't know, Interplay later released an updated version of Clayfighter 63 1/3 that was titled Clayfighter the Sculptor's Cut, which became a rental exclusive at Blockbuster Video in North America. Although the game could only be rented, Blockbuster held an online contest that allowed customers to win a copy of the game.
And if you don't know, like anyone in the collector community knows, this is like one of the like holy grails.
Right.
Like this version right here, everyone knows. Like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Everyone knows how expensive this game is.
And there's not much difference about the game from the original Clayfighter. There's a few different features and stuff like that. It's just the reason why it's so rare is because you could only get it at Blockbuster.
Yep.
And I did a little research to figure out how many of these were made. I don't think they know for sure, but around the time, there were around 9,000 Blockbuster stores with an average of 2 rental copies per store. That sums up to around 18,000 copies produced. So a realistic figure would be around 15 to 20,000 copies made. And if you're lucky enough to have one of these right now, can you imagine going into Blockbuster, when they were closing
Yeah,
and they
you
had
can
like
have
their
it.
closeout?
Yeah.
They did like a closeout where they were selling movies and shit,
Yeah,
and you
y'all
buying
can-
this game.
My God. So that's where they're at.
Yep. A lot of those people have them. So if you have a loose copy, right now it's worth $727.
Wild.
If you ended up with a complete copy, it's worth $4,046. You need the box, you need the manual, the inserts, and the physical game. And if somehow there's a new one out there, which they're
Sealed?
a new sealed copy of this game, which I'm assuming there can be because Blockbuster held this contest and sent them out. So if somebody saved that game sealed, $12,543.
Jesus.
And if you got this thing graded, which I'm assuming somebody did because there is a price available on price charting, and it wouldn't be there
No.
if it didn't happen.
So somebody's
It'd be
gotta-
blank. Somebody out there has a graded copy of Clayfighter, the Sculptor's Cut, sealed and graded, and it's worth $175,000, y'all,
Man.
for a Nintendo 64 game.
How's that for rare?
Damn. I just want the loose copy.
Yeah.
I just want to be lucky enough to find it in a clearance bin, which I know I won't
Never.
because everybody is so on top of what's what nowadays. But
Who knows
maybe,
have one? Who knows someone that has one of these?
But maybe somebody out there got it confused with Clayfighter 63 1/3
Yeah.
and didn't realize it was a Sculptor's
Like Sculptor's Cut meant nothing to them.
Cut. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like when
No.
they saw that, they were like, "Oh, it's just the same game."
Yep.
Like someone out there doesn't know.
Yeah. It's right.
Yeah.
It's somewhere and they don't know. Who remembers this shit?
Everybody. As soon as you post this picture on the screen, everybody can taste that red.
Oh man. And I can poking through it.
100%.
Got the little aluminum pieces on the end.
If you think I was going around the outside
Nah.
every time, you're
There was no peeling.
crazy.
You just pop that thing and pull it all the way out.
Yeah. Who knows how much time we drank some of that foil?
Oh no shit.
We didn't
How many micro aluminums are in
we
our
did
blood
not
right now
care, bro.
because of that?
But I remember the ones on the left more than I do the, popsicle. Like,
Oh yeah. I remember the barrel juice.
The barrel.
Is one of the most nostalgic things you can just show a picture of. I mean,
so little, and it just hit.
Man, you'd open that fridge up and it was
Get that
full
fruit
up.
punch. You
And they-
pop that little top.
Yep. They got cold.
Oh,
These got colder than regular juice.
but they were drinks. You drank these so fast,
They were done.
gone.
I can taste it too.
Yeah, me too.
I see it. I like you said. I taste that red.
I taste that, and I you couldn't stop. Once you started, you could not stop.
Yep.
You
Yep.
drank way more of the first drink than you wanted to.
Yep. Bring these back, man.
Man.
I know these are available, but
Probably
damn.
terrible for us.
Yeah, make these in a healthier option.
What does that say? Little hug.
Yeah, little hug.
That's
This is
hilarious.
this is actually online right now. You can buy those.
Cash refund me.
And the popsicles on the right, y'all. We recently posted an ice pops video or a different popsicle video.
Yeah, freezer pops.
And a lot of people were talking about these. I remember these. You split them things in half.
Yep.
These were fire as well.
Also eating plastic.
Oh, definitely microplastics. And what's fucked up about these is you couldn't get them out. You had to bite the edges to get it to come out because, I mean, look at the design. You're trying to get, solid frozen material out this little hole on the end, so you'd break them and you
Like,
have.
what do you think? I'm not cutting this?
Yeah, no shit. You would twist that piece on the top.
Yep.
But yeah, I don't even know what you call these. A lot of people call these freezies, I believe. But yeah, just that picture triggered something in me
That
when
does.
I saw it. Hey, Will, check out this ad right here.
I see it.
Kay-Bee Toys, back in the day, running an ad for the Nintendo 64s in all the different colors, y'all. If we only knew.
I know it.
$99 for these? The Fantastic series?
Oh my god.
Dude,
Go buy all 5 of them right now.
I would buy
Like
all
if
of them.
you should go spend $500 on all 5 of those.
All right, y'all. So we got some of these things. Look, we only got 2. We need more, Will.
Yeah. It's
Like-
like we could get them.
When we first started collecting, one of my goals were to get all of the Fantastic series. We've made it to 2. They released Ice, Smoke, Fire, Grape, Watermelon, and Jungle. And that's the grape one
Yep.
right there. And these are always funny because they look in the different lighting. Sometimes they look purple, sometimes they look blue.
Yeah, this is purple.
But man, the see-through electronics from back in the day, the translucent electronics.
How easy was it for the Nintendo though? Make
Yeah.
the exact same product,
Right.
and just make it cheaper shit. Show a whole, show it. Just look through it.
Yeah, for sure.
They
Love
were
it.
reselling the same console.
Yeah, just a shell.
Yeah. And
And-
you know who bought them? All of them.
So Nintendo 64s in the different colors. This ad just hit me when I was like, damn, we got to show.
$99 for a console, $49 and $59 for a game.
I was like, we got it. Which those prices are still relevant today.
They
That's
really
how
are.
much shit
But
costs today.
not consoles. Consoles, you got $500 for one console.
Oh yeah, I was looking at a PlayStation 5 the other day, and they were $500. I don't think I'll be getting one of those.
you could buy
for a
all
while.
all 6 of those.
Yeah, no shit. There we go, y'all. Boom. Nintendo 64, Fantastic. We got 2 of them. We are in the market for the rest of them. So
Let's go.
we got Jungle and Grape. We still need Ice,
4
Smoke,
more.
Fire, and Watermelon. I want to talk about life before cell phones.
Yeah, it's like one of those things you had to be there. You
Right.
can't even explain it to people.
You cannot explain what life was like before you had constant contact to the internet,
To anybody.
to anyone. There were 17 different messaging apps to get a hold of you. You know, if you're not hitting me on here, then I'm going to hit you on here. And just companies constantly having, tabs on you, emailing you and shit. Like,
But that was not even a thought in people's mind
right.
that would ever be something that happens.
No, not at all. And when you think about growing up as a teenager and even in your early 20s for us, even in the early 2000s, cell phones weren't that people started to have them, but they weren't.
No, it wasn't as big as impactful as it is today.
They weren't like that. If you didn't have your cell phone on you, it wasn't a big deal.
Nobody cared.
Yeah. So,
Like
but
you
now,
might need a phone, and there's maybe a couple people have them.
But now anything you do
Yeah.
can be caught in 4K immediately and put on the internet for the world to see for the rest of your life.
Yep.
How thankful, because and also I don't think nostalgia is going to hit people the same way, or life just reminiscing or memories are going to hit people the same way, because if you think about it, we don't have constant footage, or we don't have a lot of pictures and footage of our experiences from back in the day.
Yeah.
people today
have it all.
Like I go back, 5 years and look at any of my socials, and there's a ton of shit that I was doing that is there, and I can just see it.
Yep.
So I don't think people are going to have the same connection to when they were younger into their childhood.
I could see that.
As we did. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, I could see it.
Because, it's just, it's always there for the world to see. Like we have our imaginations to help us recall.
Yeah, and not being able to recall makes it more powerful. You know what I mean? For sure.
So when you do see it or experience it again, you're like, yo, that's crazy.
Yep. And I remember just like the weird freedom back then that no one knew where I was.
No, we've talked about that before.
Yeah, I like it. It was a weird thing to when cell phones didn't exist.
Yeah, you call my house, that's the only time myself and you are having a conversation.
Like that's when I leave the house, that's it. Like it meant, but goodbye meant more.
There's no
like
texting.
If you need information to tell me, you better get it out right now.
Because I could leave for 3 days.
When I leave that door, it's over.
Yep.
You won't talk to me till I get back.
Right. Or and if we're friends, and I'm not home, you might not catch me for a few days. It was a
weird feeling, dude, going there, houses and shit, and phones were so like important.
That's right. And then like you would change your behavior because you're waiting on a phone call or something.
Yeah, or wouldn't leave.
You wouldn't leave because you're scared to miss phone call.
Or when you're trying to get a hold of somebody, and be like, bro, I've been calling you for 3 hours.
No shit.
No one's answering. Back before answering machines, you just kept calling.
That's right.
Like we're like our sons when they call each other on the iPad and the other one don't answer. Call. Like back then, you would call like, I'm gonna wait about 30 minutes. Call again. Wait again. Call again.
They must be on the phone.
Yeah. That was a motherfucker. Yeah. When you was on the phone for 6 hours.
Or no, you try to get a hold of somebody and then you call them and you get in the busy tone like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
They couldn't answer my phone call.
Someone's there.
But now they're on the phone with somebody else.
I know they're there.
And then you call back and be like, this motherfucker's still on the phone.
Why is it busy, bro?
God.
Who they talking to?
But everything was different. Not just communication, just everything. With, like I said,
it was.
You're being filmed all the time. Your mistakes are constantly under a microscope.
I thought about that with that Panama video.
A lot of people said that.
God, if you had everyone put an iPhone in everyone's hand back then, imagine the footage you'd have.
Exactly. And that's why, imagine, like I saw a couple people talk about Girls Gone Wild. That's because there was a motherfucker down there with a camera filming and caught all kinds of wild shit.
The whole genre came from it.
And caught some wild shit. Yeah. Imagine if everyone had cameras.
It was like that. Yeah, there was some wild shit going on back then.
So damn.
Yeah, we're lucky cell phones didn't exist, to be honest.
I hear that so many times, and it also changes the way that people experience life.
Now,
as far as these younger,
single person,
they don't want to get caught up doing some wild shit, so they have altered their behavior. Which maybe it's for the good, maybe it's not. But it's they're not. They can't learn in real time. They can't make mistakes in real time. You know?
Back then it was more free, like you said. You could make a mistake, nobody would know.
Nope, not a soul.
Yeah. Or the people around you. That's it.
Yeah. I mean,
it was weird, bro.
Definitely changed our world, communication, changed everything.
Yeah, and it's cool to have, what I think is the blessing is for most of our listeners, we got to experience both worlds.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's not, you don't get to do that now. You know what I mean? Like, our kids and people you might be some crazy people that don't have phones around,
right?
Like, you know what I mean? But I don't know any of those anymore. Like that's one thing where everyone bent the knee. Like we're gonna, all right, that's cool. Right. We're cell phones now.
Like I know people that are like big time against them. They're super against cell phones, but guess what? They still have one.
That's what I'm saying.
They still have one.
Good luck not living life today without one.
Yeah, our whole society is now, you got to log into everything.
Yeah.
God damn, you got to log into everything. I'm tired of logging.
But man, to be honest, pretty awesome.
Oh yeah. Yeah. But back to your point about both growing up with both.
Yeah.
That's our generation.
We're the only ones.
We've done it with so many things.
I think the older than us type shit, like they got to phones and it was like a nuisance to them.
Right.
Look at fucking.
Yeah.
I remember my dad getting mad about having to have a cell phone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, but now it's like us. Like we literally grew up in it and we're in.
Yeah.
And we got to live in a world where it didn't exist.
For like 20 years.
Our kids can't even fathom the internet not being here.
I know. And we made it into the mid 90s to, for me, late 90s before the internet showed up.
Yeah.
But yeah, man.
Like I remember getting a cell phone in 1997.
I think I got one. Like I would always have the cell phones that had the pay.
You had a burner phone, bro.
Basically, I had a burner phone for a long ass time.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
I remember getting my first like flip phone. I think it was like 97, 98.
Was it? Damn. See, I still had pagers and shit.
Bro, it was so funny.
But I think I had just the Nokia brick phone or something with like a minute card, you know? I did that for a long time before it was.
And you felt bad.
Oh, yeah.
I'm bad.
Yeah. Shit, got my burner.
Hey, the time where you were rocking a pager and a cell phone?
Oh, baller.
Get on
baller
outta
alert.
Here. Get on out of here, technology.
But yeah, you know, we got to do games. We got to watch, gaming technology turn into where it damn near looks real now from 8-bit and for all the way back from Atari. We got to see just all of these different things that were part of our everyday life literally just filter into this phone, y'all.
It evolved. Like all of it evolved.
It did.
You got to think, like, a lot of times back then, you kept thinking about the future and what it would be like. Mm-hmm. And I think it is like we thought it was. It's just different.
Yeah.
Because you wouldn't have imagined being able to get on my phone and put my AirPods in my ear and walk around the world and listen to anything in the world
that's ever happened. Yeah.
That's ever happened.
Yeah, exactly. And you no longer would need books and
whatever music you want to watch, whatever movie you want to watch, you can do it on that little thing. We went wild on this one.
We did. All right. But yeah, y'all, come on, man. Life before cell phones.
What a world.
Damn. Take us back for just a little bit because
we'd probably all have panic attacks.
We for sure would.
We'd be like, where's my phone?
All right, y'all. I want to talk about raves in the 1990s. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Some of you may have been to a rave. Some of you might not have been. But if you haven't, let me explain it because I'm not going to sit here and act like I was all up in the middle of the rave all the time participating. But for whatever reason, my buddies and we ended up at a lot of them, just kind of spectating, if you will.
And I think even like me, like I never went and I still know a shit ton about it. You know what I mean?
Well, allow me to explain what I observed, all right? It was always at some abandoned warehouse, and you didn't hear about it until the day of or just word of mouth a couple days before.
Yeah.
There were no event pages. It wasn't on the internet. There were no influencers promoting it, all right?
This is word of mouth, like people would invite you.
That's right.
I know someone knew of someone that knew this was going down.
It was a scene.
Yeah.
You were part of a scene if you knew this shit was going down, and somehow I was just on the edge and I found out about these things.
I definitely found out about them.
Look, it always smelled like ass and Vicks Vapor Rub.
100%.
Like, imagine that. There was like a tornado of the two right through that bitch. There were groups of teenagers laying all over the ground. I mean, puddles. They would call them cuddle puddles, y'all. I'm not making this shit up. Like, legit. I remember every time I had to go to the restroom, I literally like had to step over them and in between them.
My God.
They gave no fucks. And you know why? Because they were rolling their asses off, y'all.
No cares.
MDMA was in the fucking building. I mean, everyone, eyes just wiling the fuck out in a different zone. And I'm happy to say that I never did. I never did it, and a lot of times I would go expecting different results. Like one time I went up to the bar and I'm like, man, I'm looking around like, where the fuck? This isn't what I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, this is different.
I asked for a beer. Hey, let me get a beer, even though I'm underage. Let me get a beer. He's like, ain't no beer here. All we got...
Water.
He's like, all we got is water, young man. And he pours it. He's got like a glow stick in his mouth, slides me the water.
You're like, nope.
I'm like, all right, I guess I'm drinking water. I'm sitting there drinking my water. All of a sudden, I feel a vibration on my back. I'm like, what the fuck is that? It's some dude with his shirt off, all right, putting like this vibrating massage thing on my back, all right? And my initial reaction is like, whoa, no, hell no. Like, get off of me, my guy. And the bartender's like, chill. All right, everyone's having a good time. He doesn't mean anything by it. Dude pulls some Vicks Vapor Rub out his pocket and is like, you want to sniff? Hell no, I don't want to sniff. But anyway.
Bro, everything you've just said and, like, the shit, like, I saw people after it. Mm-hmm. Like, everything that ever was described to me about this situation made me say no. I'll never go.
Yeah.
I'm not fucking with y'all. Even my friends would go, I'm like, I'm not fucking with you. Nope.
You see, you're like that. You're precautious.
Yeah, I'm like, nah, it don't sound good.
Yeah, no, not doesn't sound fun to me,
Everything you just described is my worst nightmare.
bro.
I'm not going.
Well, let me continue.
Yeah.
There were motherfuckers running around in Jinkos
Bro.
and Adidas shell toes. Girls running around with candy necklaces on, eating the shit. And before you got in, all right, before you got in, the whole abandoned, just dirty ass warehouse was vibrating. You could hear the
Loud
bass.
ass music.
That's all you could hear. There was house music playing, techno, breakbeat, acid house, all this dope music, and people went mainly for the music and to dance to this music. It was new at the time, and it wasn't really about the DJ. The DJ was not the center point of these things.
It was the music.
It was just the music. Just play the music.
Play the fucking shit we want.
So this stuff birthed those type of DJs, but at the time, just the music.
Yep.
And a lot of times the DJ wasn't even on a stage. He's just behind the speakers. There's somebody over there playing the music.
Yeah, because that's all that matters is how fucked up you get in that music, how it makes you feel.
Yeah, and the production of these things, the event production of these things
yeah.
was always garbage.
Yeah.
However, the music always hit.
And it doesn't take a lot to fuck your eyes up
Yeah.
at night with flashing shit. You know?
Yeah, they set up some lights and they set up some banging ass music. That's all you needed.
Yeah.
You just needed a space to do it in.
Yeah. That's why a warehouse could work perfect.
Yeah, but the music is so loud. I don't think my hearing has ever recovered. I blame it on concerts, but it was probably raves. But man, what an experience to go through in the 90s. I'm so happy that I got to do it numerous times, probably 10 raves in my life, and shit was absolutely wild.
I like to think mine's at 0.
All right, y'all. I want to talk about some music from Donkey Kong Country 3. This one's called Nuts and Bolts, and it was composed by Evelyn Fisher. Super nostalgic right here, y'all. A lot of you probably didn't even make it to this level. The music, though, they spared no expense on this music. All right, high production value. And this was on the Super Nintendo, so this music on Super Nintendo, pretty fucking impressive. Let's check it out. All right, y'all, right off the bat, sounds like you're about to hear Trent Reznor from 9 Inch Nails come in with some wild shit. Watch it. This is on the Super Nintendo. Watch. Hell yeah.
That's wild.
What's that bass?
It's just way more complex than you would expect from a Donkey Kong.
Woo! I know. Oh, there's that sound. That sound right there is in all the Donkey Kong games, and it nostalgic. The bass. I love just drums and bass. Woo!
Go on now, Evelyn.
Damn, Evelyn, come on now. That shit, hey, that slaps.
What you doing?
Nuts and Bolts on Donkey Kong Country 3. Man, one of my favorite things to do is to go back and listen in the background or something. Just leave it playing original soundtracks from these games. And this is one of them, y'all.
Who back from the 80s and 90s ever got their bike stolen?
Bro, when I tell you pain, real pain in your chest.
And even if not you, one of your homies, or like something involving a bike getting stolen happened to you.
Yo,
no matter who is from the 80s and 90s.
It was an epidemic.
Yeah, it was.
Because, you know, back then, there weren't all these other distractions. There weren't all these digital distractions for kids. You basically had outside, you had sports, and you had bikes.
And getting a bike was like for an equivalent for a kid to have a car.
Absolutely.
That was your car.
Yeah.
That's how much it meant to you.
Because we could go anywhere.
Yeah.
You know, if you
that
didn't
was
have
your transportation.
If you didn't have a bike, your life got drastically more difficult.
And you're like, because you knew what walking was.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You're like, that's a 20-minute walk or a 4-minute bike ride.
I'm fucked with. This bike is my life. And by so many times I've seen or heard from about a bike getting stolen. And I just thought about this is how you got a Franken bike.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
You know what I'm talking?
Hey, chop shop.
When you put bikes together, it's because someone stole it.
Yeah.
They stole it, dissected it. You ended up with a fucking frame on a Diamondback or something.
They broke it down. And that's look, I'm glad you said that. The only nice bike I ever ended up with, I got my hands on a mongoose frame.
Yeah, that someone stole eventually.
I traded pieces of this and that, traded mag wheels to get my mongoose frame. I finally put it together, had some whack-ass rims on this thing, but it was a mongoose frame, goddamn it.
There it is.
That's all that mattered. And they would scrape these things. They would come just completely scraped, but you know it's a mongoose frame because it was stamped.
Yeah.
You could tell. But I had one, still had the stickers on it, put it together, had it on my side porch, and something in me, even you know the potential result of this bike getting stolen, you still left it outside.
You felt safe.
You on your side porch, you still left it on the side porch, not chained up. At least I did.
Yeah.
And guess what? Literally the second night I had this mongoose frame,
Gone.
Like, why are you stealing my bike? What did I do to you? Let me have this material.
The little piece of heaven.
Damn.
You stole it from me. I knew a bunch of people, man. Our buddy Dusty, he had crazy stories of getting his bike stole from him. Somebody coming up asking to ride it.
Just
you know, that
bouncing.
was always the thing. Like, hey, let me ride it around.
And if it was somebody you didn't know or that you kind of knew, you're like,
should I?
he might not come back.
And then that one time, boom, they gone. Or they'll just sucker punch you and take your bike.
He gone.
Like, Jesus Christ, bro.
Damn.
It's like Debo.
Nobody ever took my bike from me, but my bike definitely got stolen numerous times. I had a bunch of shit stolen. I was that kid that had his shit stolen because I would leave it unattended.
Yeah.
You know, I wasn't good.
You had
at
that
keeping
false
up
sense
with
of
it.
security.
Yeah, just nobody's gonna steal my shit.
What bike?
They don't want it. Yeah, exactly.
That's you knew a dude like that.
But how many people had their beloved bicycle stole back in the 80s and 90s?
Right out from under you.
Disrespectful, y'all. All right, y'all. That's the show. We appreciate you as always. This was a good show.
Yeah,
man.
thanks for hanging. That was fun.
Talked about raves, getting your bike stolen, played some music. What else did we talk about, Will?
We had a couple mailbag.
Some real dope. Here, wait a minute. Let's see. Oh, we talked about life before cell phones. We went deep on that.
Mm-hmm.
I think we got deep. I talked about a couple games, UFC, being blood sport and all that. Man, this was a good show. Had a lot of fun. But man, look, thank you all for watching as always. Definitely go check out our YouTube. Oh, I've also noticed people on Apple Podcasts leaving reviews. We appreciate that.
Fuck yeah.
That shit helps when somebody's trying to find a new fucking show and they read a goddamn good review. I do it.
I do it too.
I do it too. You know, especially if it's a show that's not like like a true crime, like Dateline or something.
Mm-hmm.
If I don't know these people, I'm like, let me check it out.
Yeah.
But man, superretropod.com. We still don't have any updates on the merch.
You know what we didn't do?
What?
Fit check.
Oh, we didn't do fit check. You know what? Fuck that. Let's do it right now and keep it at the end. What were you wearing?
I got my basically my ThriftCon fit. I got this little custom vest I made with all kinds of like video game stuff
I
on
love
it
that.
and patches and stuff. And I got
With
my
the
boy
shirt.
Kaiju Cutso.
Kaiju Cut and Sew.
Kaiju Cut and Sew. I got his little shirt.
Yeah, I love that's on my water.
And I got my this is the neighborhood hat from me and Chuck's where we grew up in Germantown.
Yeah, yep. Germantown. That was
It's our Germantown baseball hat right here.
Little League baseball team. Yep. All right. And then you got the
I got the Spicoli's on, bro.
Hell yeah.
Damn.
He's doing it. All right. And me, you know what I'm saying? It had to wear it for my man Ricky Henderson. R.I.P. Ricky. I got the satin Oakland A's joint starter jacket. I've wore this a few times. It's just my favorite jacket that I own. And inspired by Too Short. Saw him wearing it in the video and was like, I got to get that. I got to get that, y'all. And then I got the Streets of Rage Sega Genesis shirt.
Yeah, show that.
That Will got for me. How sick is that? These are rare right here. Don't come at me like this is some reprint or something. This is some OG.
Streets of Rage.
Early 90s shit right here. Boom.
And you got the Firestone, bro.
Yeah, you see that? You like that,
fire,
don't you? I got the Firestone hat. This is straight from my wife's dad out the closet. Definitely 30-something years old.
Bro, they were proud of that Firestone being there.
Changed my fucking pants for y'all.
Still brown, though.
Yeah, they're a different brown. These are my Vans pants. Get off my goddamn nuts.
That's hilarious.
And I got my Vans on, my other Vans on. These, I don't even know what they got, cactuses on them. There's the fit check. But yeah, y'all, thanks for watching. As always, we're gonna play the theme song for y'all. We will get some updated merch, but I know that's probably the 30th time in a row we've said that shit. So we should put that on our to-do list for real.
It's been on it.
On the list that you made. Let's put it to the top. Let's put it to the top. I want, because people keep asking about our older stuff. We should get.
Yeah.
I think we should get the our logo, our main logo.
Yeah, I think we should just redo it. We
going-
don't gotta redo. We don't gotta make a new logo.
Right. Or maybe we could put it on a different color or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll figure it out. But man, thanks for watching. Like I said, if you're from a different country and you email us or leave a message on Spotify, I'm definitely shouting y'all out, man.
Thanks for all the messages and all the support.
Thanks for the mailbags, man.
They keep coming, bro.
Dude, the mailbags are crazy. Never thought we would get a bunch of packages. The next one we're going to do, our next episode, we just didn't have time to get to them today. Like 3 or 4 mailbags in one sitting. So that's going to be fun.
Never thought I'd get shit from our awesome fans.
But yeah, enjoy the song, y'all. A shout out to Zenon for the theme song, man. As always, peace, y'all.
Keep it retro.
Super Retro.